Sacramento State is a school that many die-hard football fans may have just begun to hear about last year as they began to make waves by announcing a new NIL fund known as the Sac-12. The fund's aim was to help get Sacramento State into the Pac-12 football conference. According to reports in October of 2024, the Sac-12 had raised over $50 million to be spent over a 10-year period, which is an insane amount of money for a school like Sacramento State to raise, on a series of goals to move themselves up to FBS football. Unfortunately for the school, they failed at their goal of becoming a Pac-12 team by the 2025-2026 season, but they also failed their secondary goal of becoming just a Mountain West team in the same season. For the same reason those conferences declined their interest in joining them in the FBS level is the reason I think they'll have more trouble than any FCS school has ever had when adjusting to FBS. The problem is they just are not good. In the past 10 years, Sacramento State football has had 6 winning seasons and 4 losing seasons. But those 4 losing seasons had a combined total of 9 wins. And 4 of those winning seasons came from 2019 to 2023 under a head coach you might recognize by the name of Troy Taylor, who just got fired at Stanford. In the year directly following Taylor's departure in 2024, Sac State went 3-9 while having many of the same players that they had in their winning season under Taylor in 2023, signaling that Troy Taylor may have elevated Sacramento State above their talent level. And so, in hopes of revival at the coaching position, just after 1 year, they fired the coach that took over from Taylor and hired former UNLV offensive coordinator Brennan Marion. Maybe his hire saves the program, but giving a coach just 1 year to adjust to becoming a head coach before putting him to a trial by fire in the FBS level could have disaster potential. Another problem with Sac State's rise to the FBS is that they're joining as an independent school. Independent schools are in charge of making their own schedule. Big brand SEC teams will love to see Sac State coming, as because the SEC plays one less conference game, they have a chance to schedule another out-of-conference game, and Sac State will basically be a second FCS team that they can play. Sac State will have to somehow win games as a new FBS school playing very little bad FBS competition. Likely they'll be playing 2, 3, 4 SEC teams. Even established group of 5 teams would love to play Sacramento State because, once again, it'd just be basically another FCS game. And instead of joining Conference USA and being able to play some Sam Houston State, Kennesaw State, Middle Tennessee State schools, they have to find 11 games to play every year. And out of those 11 games, they somehow have to find games that they can win, more than just their one FCS game per year. While enrollment at Sacramento State is over 30,000 undergraduate students, and the city of Sacramento is a big media market, it competes for hometown fans already with a well-established school in UC Davis, who is usually relatively good at football, and the whole state of California as a whole already has 7 FBS teams, not including Sac State. So the market is very saturated with fans, likely being hard to come by. And if a team enters the FBS and loses a lot, they're not going to get any new fans. And so it's unlikely that they'll really grow their fan base at all with this move to the FBS, or grow the amount of donations they can get, which is what every FBS program desperately strives for. Sacramento State needs to slow down their rapid growth, as it's unsustainable and could cause them many problems in the future. They should instead take their growth slow, spread out their money over as many years as they possibly can, while letting their new coach settle in. Once they've achieved that, they should find a conference not that they force their way into, but that invites them. Maybe it's the Mountain West. Ideally, it probably would be the Mountain West for them. But if it's Conference USA, they might just have to accept that, because those conferences might actually want them as a football member, instead of Sacramento State doing what they're doing now and awkwardly trying to buy their way into FBS football. Because if it doesn't work out, it could kill their football program, maybe forever.